Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a trying new makeup, affordable style. There's a ton of new releases at Walmart that I picked up online and in-store. I am partnering with Walmart for this video, but I'm so excited just to be doing a full face first impressions. I know you guys love these, and a lot of the affordable brands have really been pumping out the new releases. So I really am excited to try out the new e.l.f. Mint Melt collection. This is their cooling face primer, so I picked this up. So along with the primer, they did come out with two little bite-sized palettes. I grabbed chocolate mint, but they do have one that's more cool toned as well. I've heard great things about this formula, but I have not personally tried it. Also in that collection, e.l.f. does have some lip glosses. I believe there's 4 shades. I have mint chocolate and then hint of mint, so just a clear one. Excited to try the formula, as well as their Mint Melt No Budge eyeshadow. So a bunch of new products in that collection. Also have the new Physicians Formula Matte Butter Bronzer. This is brand new. When I was looking online, I was like, wow, I haven't seen this. So I picked this up, as well as the Physicians Formula Nutrient Mist Facial Spray. So again, new products that really piqued my interest. Also, Covergirl Outlast Extremewear 3-in-1 foundation. I love the Outlast Active. I love it. Like, it's one of my favorites, and I feel like this is going to be similar because it's full coverage, 24-hour wear. Very excited to use this. Also from Covergirl, I picked up their Simply Ageless Instant Wrinkle Blurring Pressed Powder. They had a bunch of shades. I grabbed, I believe this is translucent, but they had like multiple shades if you have deeper skin tone, so we'll try this. And then of course, you know, I had to grab the new Maybelline Sky High Mascara that everybody's going crazy about. This has gone viral on TikTok, so I was definitely adding this to cart. I want to demo this for you. Also saw this Revlon Colorstay Satin ink. These are new lip products from them, so I'm interested to try this. Got the Burt's Bees blush. Heard great things about it, so I wanted to pick it up, as well as a smoothing primer balm from Hard Candy that I thought would be similar to the Tatcha. So everything that I used today will be linked down below, or you can go into Walmart to pick it up. Walmart has high-end products as well, so if you're looking for fragrance or high-end makeup brands, definitely check their website out. And without further ado, let's get into full face first impressions, affordable style. So I am going to start on my eyes today, just because I really kind of want to do something different with my eyes. I was thinking with this Mint Melt palette that I could definitely go in with the 2 browns on the outer crease and then put this on the lid, but I feel like I want to play around more, and swatching these, the mint shade really pops to me. So let me show you some swatches of these. I've heard great things about these palettes, and they're very affordable. That green almost has like an iridescent shift, so I really want to focus on that today. So I'm first going to be going into that deep brown, and I'm going to start pulling a wing out and making a shape. So just pulling out here, again, just take your time, and it doesn't have to be perfect. We're sort of going for a shape similar to this, but again, we will fix it. So sort of like that. We might want to go up a little bit higher, but again, we can work on this. Just kind of tweak it until you feel like you have the right shape for your eye. So once you have a general outline, now I'm going to go in with the shade on a flat brush and fill in this outer corner, just going about halfway. So it should look something like this. Of course, we're gonna tweak it, but I wanna go in now with the mint shade. So I'm going to wet a brush pretty heavily and then start sweeping this to connect with the dark shade. So using the brush to give me that sharp edge at the top. So we want to sort of connect these. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. And then for the center, I'm just going to start kind of trying to mesh the 2 shades so they kind of fade. The shade's really pretty, this mint shade, because it sort of has an iridescent shift to it. All right, so I know that we're looking a little wild, but trust the process. I'm hoping that it'll all look great once we get everything done. So now I want to go into the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. This mascara has gone viral on TikTok specifically, and it has one of those really thin wands. It's really gonna lengthen. So we're just gonna go in and try this out. So even though it has a really short bristle brush. It's actually not poking me, which is interesting. It's gliding really easily. So that is one coat. I'm gonna just keep on going. It's not super wet and it's definitely not a clumpy mascara. So if you don't like clumpy, you might like this. So my first impression is it did lengthen, it doesn't clump. I don't know if it's my favorite just because I feel like it's lacking a little bit of volume for my lashes, but we will have to keep trying it out. And of course I have dramatic stuff on my eyes, so we'll have to see. But my first impression is if you like lengthening mascaras, you don't want a clumpy mascara, this is great because you can really build it. So I threw on some corner lashes. You can use any lashes you have on hand. And now I want to start on the skin and try to kind of bring this together. So I have the new e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Primer. This is supposed to be a jelly texture and it's supposed to be sort of like glue to really lock in your foundation. It's supposed to have a mint vanilla or vanilla mint scent. Comes in a pump. I believe it's the same texture or similar to their watermelon one. Oh yeah, it's definitely tacky. Definitely a kind of jelly texture. So definitely not going to help with your pores, but hopefully to grip your foundation on, kind of like the Milk Makeup Grip Primer. Oh yeah, definitely sticky. They do say to let your primer sit for 30 seconds or so before you go in with foundation, so we will do that. Has a light kind of minty smell, but I'm curious to see how foundation will go over this. So in the meantime, I have this Hard Candy Smoothing Primer Balm. I thought this would be similar to the Tatcha, and it is. It feels very similar to the e.l.f. or the Tatcha, so I'm gonna use this right in the center of my face on my pore area. I always like to use a pore smoothing primer just because that's my kind of trouble area. This one feels very similar to the e.l.f. and the Tatcha. So moving on to foundation, I have this new one from Covergirl. It seems to be brand new. This is the Covergirl Outlast Extremewear 3-in-1. This is supposed to be a full coverage SPF 15, 24-hour wear. I'm a huge fan of the Outlast Active. Like, this is almost out, so I'm hoping that they have similar qualities because this one is also 24-hour wear claims, and this is a full coverage. So I think the shade's gonna be a little light for me, but hopefully we can make it work. I picked up Buff Beige just because I didn't want something that was super warm, but hopefully we can make it work. It comes in a pump with a glass bottle. So I'm gonna go ahead and start applying, and it looks warmer on the face than I anticipated. Okay, definitely agree with the medium full coverage claim. I wonder if it's oxidizing just a little bit. That would actually be good in this instance. So this is what it looks like. I feel like it did oxidize a little bit, which is good. I feel like it's a good medium full coverage. It doesn't feel really hydrating, but it also doesn't feel like dried down matte. Kind of in between, a skin-like finish. It says it's an Extremewear 3-in-1. I'm curious to see how this is gonna wear. Obviously, I'll update you guys down below, but my first impression is I'm probably going to enjoy it just because I enjoy long wear foundations. I didn't have a new concealer, so I just went ahead and went in with a favorite of mine, which is the Maybelline Superstay. I have the shade 15 Light, but now I wanna try out just under the eyes this new CoverGirl powder. This is the Simply Ageless Instant Wrinkle Blurring Pressed Powder. I picked up the translucent. When you swatch it, there definitely is kind of a white cast, but I want to try this like right under my eyes, and then I'm going to use my Fit Me for the rest of my face. So I'm taking it like right where my fine lines are, since this is supposed to be like a wrinkle blurring powder. Sort of like the By Terry Hydra powder, kind of. I know they have a pressed form, but I've only used the loose. I'm not sure that I love this under the eyes, but I'll have to try it like touching up. I want to go in with my Fit Me to really kind of smooth out the texture. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I have the shade Fair I'm going to use for the center of my face, and then I have Light Medium I'm going to use for the perimeter, just to kind of make sure that we don't lighten the foundation too much. So I'm just going to apply the Fair to the center of my face and kind of bring it down to where I get really textured. And then I'm gonna take that light medium to go on the perimeters of my face. So next I wanna go into this brand new Physicians formula. This is their matte butter bronzer. I picked up the shade Matte Sun-Kissed. I believe they only had 2 shades to start. It has quite a strong smell to it, but it's not the same as the butter bronzer. This is a little more floral. If you're sensitive to scents, just wanted to note that. And this shade looks a little bit more warm, but I guess it is called Sun-Kissed. Texture is totally different than the other ones. It's a pretty color. Because it is matte, it doesn't have that really soft texture of the butter bronzers. I actually kind of like this formula, maybe better. It's a little warm color-wise, but like I said, they had 2 different options. This is really like warm toned, but it actually did kind of warm up my skin pretty nicely, and it's blending really nicely. All right, so for blush, I'm really excited to try this because I've heard really good things about the Burt's Bees blushes. I'm hoping it's not too light. This is their blush in Shy, is it Shy Pink? I think it's just a matte formula, really nice, just neutral pink blush. So I'm going to apply that. Ooh, yes, I like that. I think just the color wise, because I tend to go for really pink, but it's building nicely. I'm gonna kind of bring it up here. I really like that blush and that bronzer. So for highlighter, I actually think I am gonna take the champagne color in this e.l.f. Bite Size and just use that to highlight the face. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of that deep brown and I'm gonna kind of stamp this on the outer corner of my eye. About halfway in, sort of connecting to. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of that kind of tan shade and just smoke a little bit underneath. And then for the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with that champagne shade. Just a little bit right on the inner corner. All right, so now I'm gonna go in on my lips. I'm gonna line my lips with the Milani lip liner. I've been loving these in Saucy Toffee. This formula is really nice. So for lips, I want to do something neutral because we have the eyes going on. So this is new from Revlon and it kind of intrigued me. The Colorstay Satin Ink Liquid Lipsticks. I picked up the shade Your Go-To, which I think is just like a really light grayish tone. The formula feels nice. Kind of has like a fruity scent to it. I actually really like that color. I feel like it goes well with what we've got going on. And the formula feels like it's gonna hang on, but it's not like dry down liquid lipstick matte. On top of that, I am gonna go in with the new e.l.f. gloss. This is the Lip Plumping Gloss in Mint Chocolate from their Mint Melt line. Let me see if it smells like mint. Yeah, it has like a vanilla, kind of like the primer, a vanilla mint scent. These had a lot of pigment too. Ooh. Those feel nice. These actually feel really nice. I kind of like the look though with a little bit more matte. So I'm gonna go in, see if this can layer. Just keep the shine right in the center of my lips. And then I'm also taking a little bit of the light shade from the palette just to highlight under my brow. And then the last thing to try is this new Physicians Formula Organic Wear Nutrient Mist Facial Spray with a floral blend. So let's see. Definitely has a botanical scent, but it's not strong. So let's go ahead and set. feels like a spa, to be honest. Like it smells like that, but it's very subtle. Feels really nice. I almost wonder if this is more like a skincare kind of spray, but it did seem to just add a little bit of hydration to my makeup. All right, guys, here's my finished makeup look. And I know it's a little bit different, but I feel like it's just something fun to do. I like to change things up because I was really thinking like, oh, I'll just throw the 2 browns on the outer corner, put the mint on the inside. But I really wanted to push myself to do a different technique and show you different ways to use this, even with 4 shades. So let's go over the products. First of all, the quality on this is great for the price, especially. I didn't have any issues blending these. Now, of course, I didn't do a ton of blending, but the shimmers are really pigmented. The little champagne shade you can use for a highlight, as I did. I think these are so great for the brand, and I hope they come out with more. I really did like the primer as well. It felt cooling and it had a slight kind of mint smell to it, but it didn't irritate my skin. And I do feel like it was very tacky, like it would grab onto your foundation. Not gonna smooth your pores, but everything about this collection, the packaging and everything, I'm just really into. Also, the glosses are really nice. I preferred this look with a little bit more of a matte lip, I think, just because the eyes are so like, woo. But I want to swatch this for you. This is the mint chocolate shade that I did try on. I like that these actually have pigment to them. You guys know that I'm a pigment gloss girl. There was 4 shades, I believe a glittery one, a clear one, and then this deeper nude, and then more of like a light nude. These feel nice, have a cooling smell to them. In terms of the Maybelline Sky High, I like it, but I don't know if it's as crazy good as everybody says. It definitely lengthens, but for me, I would have to try it on a day when I don't really have eye makeup on to really see what it can do. Honestly, I really like the Covergirl Outlast foundation. This is a little bit light for me because I'm about 4 days out from a tan, so when I have a fresh tan, it wouldn't work for me, but I love the Covergirl Active, so I'm kind of not surprised that I'm liking this so far. I really want to see how this wears in terms of the 24-hour claim, so I will leave a pinned comment down below. And I really love the formula on this Physicians Formula bronzer. I do love the matte. For some reason, it just really is smoothing. If you have texture, I really like this. It's a little warm, but I think they had 2 shades, so I might again go back and grab the other shade. And I really like the Colorstay. It felt really good on the lips. They had quite a bit of shades. I just tried to go for a neutral one because I knew I was going for the mint on the eyes. This feels really great on the lips, and I really love the Milani as well. I love these lip liners, becoming one of my favorites. The Burt's Bees blush was actually really nice too. I believe they only have a few shades, but I would definitely pick up more. Not sure about the Covergirl powder, just maybe not the best for me. Maybe it could be because of the shade I chose, but I'll have to keep playing around with that. The Physicians Formula just seems like a really nice, just kind of basic skincare product. I feel like you could use it before your foundation or after. It didn't leave droplets. It had a very light scent, so if you're sensitive to scents, I feel like this would be light enough for you. And it did just kind of melt my powders in, just make me look a little bit more healthy. So we'll have to keep trying it again, but my first impression was good on this as well. So that is everything for my trying new makeup affordable edition. Definitely check out walmart.com for high-end and affordable brands, and then also go in store. So I'll have everything linked down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.